So in today's video, it's all about shopping. Today we are doing a deep dive on Granville, Michigan. So stay tuned, guys.
Let's go.
Welcome back to the channel, everyone. My name is Kevin Irwin.
And I'm Ross Young.
We are local real estate agents here in the West Michigan area. If you are brand new to this channel, we go over anything and everything that has to do with living and thriving in the West Michigan area. So make sure you smash that subscribe button, hit the little bell notification so you get notified every time we put a video out. And hey, look, we are getting reach outs literally every day. Right before this video, we just got off the phone with somebody looking to relocate here. So do not hesitate to reach out to us. The number right here is the number that comes straight to Ross and I, and we are the guys that pick up the phone. So without further ado, let's jump into Granville.
All right, so first thing we're going to go over is kind of the landscape of Granville. Now, what you're going to notice is that Wyoming, Granville, Hudsonville, Jenison, Byron Center, they're really close to each other.
Yep.
And so it's going to feel kind of one and the same. But there's really like some distinct differences. Now, what Granville really has going for it is the shopping.
Yes, lots of shopping.
Lots and lots of shopping. Now, when you're driving through, you're gonna notice that there's gonna be an old part of Granville, which is on Chicago Drive, and then there's gonna be a newer part of Granville, which has Rivertown crossings, and it also has what Bucktown I think it's called, with Cabela's, and there's a whole bunch of restaurants. There is so much to do in Granville. But now, proximate to Grand Rapids, how far would you say we are right now? I mean, it's a hop, skip away.
Like 10 minutes, 5 minutes, really. Right. And that's what we mean. When you come to like Granville, Wyoming, Walker area from downtown Grand Rapids, they just kind of like fade into each other because this is the direct suburbs outside of Grand Rapids, so it's very built up. There's a lot of housing here. There's a lot of industrial here. There's a lot of shopping here.
You're not going to find any farms like some of the other videos we showed. You're not going to find any farmland or anything in Granville. It's just really not prevalent.
We did find one random farmhouse with a big old barn right in the middle. But like Ross said, probably way back in the day there was farms around here, but a lot of that stuff is gone. Suburbia has really grown up here. We're going to keep saying it almost every video that you watch. It is easy to get to Grand Rapids. So if you're gonna come here, you're gonna work at the Medical Mile or work anywhere in Grand Rapids, you don't necessarily have to live in Grand Rapids.
Right.
Unless you want that, I absolutely will help you guys buy. If you want downtown Grand Rapids, no problem. There's lots of options down there.
Oh yeah.
But obviously we're not talking about that right now. So we're talking about Granville. Housing here, you're gonna have some older areas.
I think there's, the best way to put it, there's gonna be a little bit of something for everyone in every price range. You have older parts of Granville that's going to be, 1950s, 1940s, even 30s, type housing. It's going to be a little bit smaller, a little more modest, all the way up to the, $1 million estates.
Which is why Granville's average price point is sitting right around 309,
yep.
308, so right around in that range, and that's because there's such a wide range here.
To add on to your point, where the price range is, a little bit for everybody, average price point's $308,000. What you're going to find is a lot of rolling hills. The type of landscape you're going to find in Granville is really, really kind of open, I would say. Compared to other areas where it feels a little more condensed, Granville feels very much open.
Yeah.
Which is going to be very common on the southwest side of Grand Rapids. You get over towards the east side and northeast side, it's going to feel a little more congested just because the trees are going to be crowding the roads a little bit more. There's going to be a lot more trees. I mean, don't get me wrong, we're sitting in Heritage Park right now, and there's trees everywhere.
Right.
But it's going to be a little bit more of an open feel, kind of a more of a Midwest feel, I guess you'd say.
Yeah, and Ross and I, we spent some time driving through Granville, driving through some of the different neighborhoods, just so that you guys could really get a sense of what some of these neighborhoods look like.
Yep.
We drove through a pretty old neighborhood that had some 1950s, 1960s homes. We drove through a brand new neighborhood that had some houses that just had my jaw dropped the whole time we were in there. And those neighborhoods, when you're driving through them, they're winding through up and down hills. So Ross is right. I mean, a lot of this is rolling hills. Now, obviously, we don't have mountains here, so it's not like massive, but we just want you guys to understand what these developments feel like. It feels very family friendly. It feels very welcoming when you drive through these neighborhoods. We keep saying Granville has a little bit for everybody.
Yep.
It really does.
No, I think that's a good way to segue into the shopping. We talked a little bit about it already, but what would you really find in Granville?
Everything. Literally. I mean, Rivertown's Crossings.
I think it's better to say what you can't find.
Right,
in Granville.
exactly. It has a lot of different the normal shops that you would expect. You know, Men's Warehouses down 44th Street, Cabela's, Costco,
Home Depot,
Lowe's, all of your shopping. It is where you come to go shopping and, you know, go to the mall, get any kind of goodies you want to get. You know,
and of course,
speaking of Old Town Granville, that's going to be more your home shops, your locally owned shops. So even though Granville feels big and it feels very city-like to a certain extent, you get down to that side and you still have that old town feel going down through.
I would agree. I would agree. Like there's a clothing shop I just got a suit from the other day. So
down there?
Yeah.
Oh, well, see, there you go. Even we're buying from there, so you know it's good.
And you know, you have these little mom and pop shops, like you said, that spring up all over the place. Like right across the street from Heritage Park, you have Arbonne and Sons. It's a butcher, and it's really just people you really want to work with. It's not franchise. It's, you know, you feel down home.
All right, so before we jump into talking about the schools of Granville, we decided to pop over to one of the biggest parks in West Michigan.
And that is Millennium Park. Now, we are actually still in Granville School District, so it's only fitting we put it in the Granville video.
Absolutely.
Now, we're also going to do a video right on this park by itself because it is amazing.
It is absolutely huge. I'm actually surprised that I have never been here. Like, we actually put it in one of our other videos, one of our park videos, which I'll link it up here. The top 10, I think it was top 10 parks, right?
Yep.
So the top 10 parks that you guys got to check out, we linked this here. And when I saw the footage of Millennium Park, I said, we got to go here. So it's fitting. We're talking about Granville, so we're here.
You bet. Now, what you're going to find in Granville is they are top-notch schools. Back in 2014, they were rated the top 3% of schools in Michigan, and actually the top 5% in the United States. What you're going to find in Granville is that there are going to be about 6,000 students across the school district, which, if you watch our other videos, Cedar Springs has, what, 4,000?
Yep.
And Rockford has 10,000, so you're right in the middle.
Yep, absolutely. So, you know, there is, you know, obviously you saw the video of different housing and the hustle and bustle, and to know that, you know, you can get out here and it's just wide open country. But if you guys have watched some of our other videos, you know West Michigan is very outdoorsy. Yep. It's a very active area, so you're gonna find a lot of stuff like this. Yes, very family friendly. There is a huge beach here. This is actually used to be a gravel pit that they turned into a park. So they consistently do this stuff in West Michigan. You know, as the gravel pits close, they end up turning them into either a park like this or a big development, which
you're going to find that a lot more in Hudsonville and Jenison, because those are all primarily mine towns where they have man-made lakes, and they just built developments right on the lakes.
Yep, so that way you're able to have an all-sports little lake right in your backyard. And, you know, that's the other thing we've talked about a lot on this channel. There's a lot of water here. So, again, if you're a water lover, you're missing out by not coming to West Michigan. I guess we'll wrap this video up with, you know, there is a lot of different areas in Grand Rapids area, the suburbs of Grand Rapids, the outskirts. You guys have seen some of the other videos we've done. There's just a lot of good places to live. So if you want to know anything else about Granville specifically, make sure you throw a comment down in the comment section. If you're looking to move here, again, do not hesitate to reach out to us. We love helping you guys out. We love having conversations, helping you explore what it's like to live here in West Michigan. So, Ross, let's end this one.
All right. We'll see you guys soon. Talk to you sooner. And
absolutely.
Let's get after it.
All right, guys. Have a good night. Talk to you soon.